Hi Year 11, so today we are completing our higher 5 a day as normal for our do now, so spend no more than 7 minutes roughly on this. So here is your first page. So that's the first 3 questions. You can press pause and have a go. And this is the second page if you want to press pause and have a go. So let's go through the answers. So the first one here, simplify 25 w to the power of 8 and y to the power of 6, all in brackets, to a power of a half. Okay, hopefully you remember when it's to the power of a half, it means square root. Okay, so we still follow the same rules of when we have the powers, we do multiply the powers. So I'm going to write out exactly what we're doing. So the 25, we're going to be square rooting. Okay, the w, we're going to do 8 times a half. So we're following the rules of multiplying the brackets. And we're going to do y to the power of 6 times a half as well. Okay, and we know that we're timesing those together. So I'll write the times symbol in as well. We don't need to, but we should know that. So based on that, that 25 will turn into a 5 because that's the square root of 5. 8 times a half is the same as dividing by 2. That becomes w to the 4. And then 6 times a half is 3 because 6 times a half is the same as dividing by 2. So that gives you y to the 3. Okay, so that's the answer for that one. For this one here, find x. So this is, hopefully you remember, the angle subtended at the circumference is half the angle at the center. So we're going to do 122 divided by 2 to give us our x. So that will give us 61. So x equals 61 degrees. Okay, so that's our answer for that one. And of course, if they wanted the reason, you would say angle subtended at the circumference is half the angle at the center. So try and use the proper words, please, year 11. So write down the value of the median from this lovely box plot. So we're having a look here. And in terms of the spacing, we can see every square on the scale represents 1,000. Okay, so based on that, I'm looking here. So I want 1,000 less than 20,000. So that's going to be 19,000 pound. Okay, so that's your answer for that one done. Please press pause while you mark/correct your work. So Harry gets the train to work in the morning. He works Monday to Friday. The probability the train is late is 0.2. Find the probability the train is late exactly once. Okay, so in terms of this question, you need to think there's 5 days in his working week, and we want to know the train, can't speak now, find the probability the train is late exactly once. So for now, if we just have a look at the probability of the train being late on Friday. So if we write probability on time, on time, on time, on time. So that's for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then let's say he's late on the Friday. Okay, so exactly once they're interested in. So based on that, if the probability of him being late is 0.2, of course the probability of him being on time is 0.8. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 0.8 times 0.8 times 0.8 and one more times 0.8, which represents the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then him being late on the Friday. Okay, so I'm just going to enter that in my calculator. So that gives me an answer of 0.08192. However, that is just for one day. That's probability of him being late on a Friday. If you think about this logically, it doesn't matter what day he's late. If he was late on the Monday, I would do 0.2 times 0.8 times 0.8 times 0.8 times 0.8. If he was late on the Tuesday, I would do 0.8 times 0.2 times 0.8 times 0.8 times 0.8. If he was late on the Wednesday, I would do 0.8 times 0.8 times 0.2 times 0.8 times 0.8. Yeah, so this answer for him being late once, whatever day of the week it is, doesn't change. So all I need to do now to finish off this question is I need to multiply it by 5 because I want to know it across the 5 days. Okay, so that's my last step. So I'm going to do that quickly now. So that gives me 0.4096 as my final answer. Okay, so just remember that bit's important. We worked it out for 1 day, but it represents that answer 0.08192. That represents the same probability across the 5 days. So we have to multiply it by 5 to get the probability that he is late from Monday to Friday exactly once. Okay, so please remember that last bit. That's very easy to forget. So the last one of our do now, make G the subject of 5G plus W equals AG plus C. Okay, so with this here, we want to get all of our G's on the same side. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to minus AG from both sides. Okay, so that gives me 5G plus, minus AG. 5G minus AG plus W, it's an awful W, try again, W equals C. Now I'm going to minus the W from both sides, and that gives me 5G minus AG equals C minus W. Now I'm going to factorize this to get G outside, because it's a common factor in both terms. So G goes outside the bracket, and that gives me 5 minus A in the brackets equals C minus W. And then final step, I'm going to divide both sides by 5 minus A. Then my final answer will be G equals C minus W all over 5 minus A. Okay, so press pause while you mark / correct your work. So for today's lesson, we are going to continue more geometry revision. So I want you today to look at pages 68 to 74, okay? For extension, there are some proof questions within those pages. So if you are, trying to push yourself because you want to carry on with maths at college or sixth form, or you might be sitting the exam, that's optional, please do have a go at those, the proof ones. If you are not going to be doing something at A level or college, or you're not confident in the proof questions, you can miss those ones out on the relevant pages. For extension, also the higher plus 5 a day, I have added into the links at the bottom of class charts. So if you need any help with anything at all, please do email me. I am more than happy to help. All right, take care, year 11. Speak to you soon.